If you're doing research and you're doing any kind of research on Amazon and you've been looking for ways just to speed up that process, something that we are constantly doing is just like market research. So we want to know what's selling and what's not selling as quick as possible so we can make a decision if we should continue on doing the research or bail out of there and find a better either sub niche or niche to go after, because that's what we're trying to do, is identify sales. There are a lot of paid tools to help you do that. As we help more and more people get started, we prefer people to start with free tools to just start finding out the process and then start adding in tools after the fact so you kind of know what you're looking for and what areas you need to speed up. I am very guilty of the shiny object syndrome. I buy a plethora of tools and then test them out. But I think the thing that really helped me in the beginning was identifying what tool is going to help me with what part of my process. I think the first thing that you should be doing when you're building a business is just start developing processes, then look for tools that can help you speed up, because there's no tool that's going to solve a problem, but there are a lot of tools that can help speed up a lot of your processes. I guess the first thing I'll show is where to get the tool. If you are unfamiliar with adding Chrome extensions, you can go to Google, you can type in DS Quick View. There are two different versions. There's a free version, which this one is, I cannot remember off the top of my head what the paid one is called. But if you go to Google and search DS Quick View, you should see both of them. One should be quickly identified as a paid tool, and the other one should say free. All you have to do is click this button and it'll add it to your Chrome browser.
You'll also have a link for that, correct?
Yes. After we install it, we're going to go to Amazon and I'll show you what the tool does and kind of how I use it. So we'll start with our infamous cat shirts. When we are doing research on Amazon, I'm trying to just quickly identify where I should be spending my time. The first thing I look at is the results on page, because I'm trying to avoid a lot of competition. But the next thing I'm really looking at is, are any of these selling? On Amazon, a quick way to tell if something is selling is by either looking at the review count, the stars, or by this number. This is called the BSR, the best seller rank. When something sells, it gets this number. The more it sells, the lower this number is. Each one of these BSRs are category locked. That just means that this is number 12,000 in the clothing and shoething and jewelry category. This might be a little more confusing, but each product that sells more has a lower number. It might seem counterintuitive because you go, oh, if it's selling more, it should have a higher number, but actually the lower number is much better. So this shirt is actually selling less than the shirt right next to it. And sorry if I'm hovering over this stuff. This is one of the reasons why it's hard to show DS Quick View, because there's a lot of pop-ups that happens when you hover over things. So DS Quick View, I guess if I can highlight, oh, that's not gonna work either, adds this little bar onto the bottom that kind of gives you the BSR rank, which is this number, and then the category that it's in. And then it shows you the ASIN, which is just Amazon identifying number, and the seller that's either in the buy box or the only seller. So you can see this has one FBA seller. And then if you pay for the tool, you can get these additional looks at it that can keep track of history or the pricing. When you start selling more, this might be a tool that you want to upgrade to. We have not, because we have other tools that do the tracking.
Hey guys, just gonna stop the video real quick and ask if you could do something to help us out, and that's leave a like, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel so we can keep growing the Wingman University. All right, I'll let you get back to the video. Yeah, and this is not just like a print-on-demand specific tool either. Which is why we knew about it before print on demand, but also why we think it's a good tool to use if you're interested in just running an online business. Print on demand might be your foot in the door, but if you are using, or if you're selling online and you're online for like 10 years and you want to try other things, this tool will also be helpful for you as long as they're around for 10 years for other types of selling online as well, whether that be private label or wholesale or retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, whatever avenue you end up going down. This is just a good tool. So we don't tend to use a ton of tools that are just print on demand specific, because we like to see the bigger picture of what's going on. So I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, any research that you're doing, this tool can be a benefit. It just helps me speed up the process to know what is working and what's not working.
Other ways to do research and things, and you've talked a lot about that on this YouTube channel, and I'm pretty sure that you've actually put together a playlist for people who are interested in that, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
not specifically on
Just don't want to
DSQuickView,
leave
but there
anybody
are...
like, here's this great thing, we're just leaving you blank. There is other videos out there where we either talk about this specific tool or other ones, and more just about like market research.
Yeah, I guess the one that I was showing this off the most was the one that we did niche research. And I think that video went up last week, if I'm not mistaken. So a free hour of doing niche research using DSQuickView and some other strategies if you guys want to check that out.